It's Thursday again, and we all know what that means. It's put your pants on day. So break out your finest pair of listening devices and join Ziona and Slaygon for a bit of chat live here on Slay Radio.
Haha, yeah, did you disappeared? Yeah, okay. So, hi everyone.
Hello.
Hello, it's the 6th of August 2020. We are 1 week away from our officially unofficial Aroc Tribute Remix competition. It's totally official anyway, but since the original idea is from Aroc Party, then to kind of add this, and we're all good. We are on a holiday and we are working on our remixes with maximal energy and volume sometimes, and hope the same applies for you as well. I get a lot of questions, how many entries are there right now? And that's the point where we are not going to spoil it. So just so you know, if you ask how many entries are there already,
A few.
a few, yeah, indeed.
And then a few more, maybe.
Indeed. But it's not few, so you can
It's
tell.
a few and then a few more, meaning not a few anymore.
Not few anymore, because not a few.
Phew!
I very much enjoy when I can correct your English, actually, because you did that to me in the previous years. So now it's my turn whenever I notice something.
Well, what was wrong in what I said then?
That few and a few doesn't mean the same thing. They don't mean the same thing.
I said a few.
Yeah, and if you say few...
I said a few. A few.
Yeah, okay, never
There's
mind.
a few, and then a few more.
Yeah, let's not spend the evening with that. I just added it as a little comment there. So yeah, it's going to be great. We are looking forward to it. And today we also have an amazing remix news edition of summarizing July, thanks to Leah. So you can count on it around 9-ish. Also looking forward to that. And I was just thinking, what should we start with? Here is this guy who recently appeared on RKO with a bunch of remixes, and he did a Space Harrier medley with grand piano, and I thought that maybe this is worth to introduce ourselves today evening and the show, of course, with. So, what do you think?
Sounds great. I need to get my ice packs.
Yeah. Oh,
my
yeah.
computer
Because
has
it's going to
already
be.
started to sound like a jet plane here.
Yeah, it's going to be loud, I'm afraid. So get your ice packs. And meanwhile, Paul Nelson is playing with Space Harrier medley.
Excellent.
Paul Nelson, and Space Harrier medley.
And I got my ice pack.
And still it's loud.
Yeah,
It doesn't
it
matter.
hasn't had time to cool down yet. It's going to take a little while. Yeah, there's cat hairs all over the microphone because I was down in the studio yesterday working on a thing. This microphone was kind of down here, lower down. So Zelda was rubbing herself against it. So I keep getting cat hairs in my nose now.
Well, it's your issue if you let Zelda rubbing herself against the microphone.
Yeah, well, I was busy doing other shit. And I liked her company. I kind of pulled out my chair next to that chair because that's the chair I sit in when I do music.
Okay.
So I pulled this chair right next to it. So Zelda was sitting there looking up at me every now and then and went, oh, nice studio company.
Yeah, indeed. I was just wondering how your microphone got so low, but I guess Zelda got high. Yep. And how was our week? Just in a nutshell.
Well, we finished off the room upstairs, more or less. There's still like the room dividers that I need to put in there and build the shelf, but overall the room itself is now done. I'm going to do a little bit of a quick post about that at some point soon when I get the time. Started to seriously look at the code for voting for the remix compo. So the database structure is done now for that. So now working on the Ajax calling form for the... Sorry. Ajax calls for the voting and stuff like that, and make sure that it's not cheatable. So whatever, of course, anything is cheatable as such, but make sure you have an account on slayradio.org because that is will be the only way you can vote. So just to get that out of the way.
But also you will have 24 hours after the show ends to put in your votes.
Yes, and but you still need an account. Yeah, sure. That
doesn't change the fact you need an account, but if you haven't got one already, which would be fun, probably most of the people do have. However, making requests on live shows usually does not require an account, but it's always great to have one. I can guarantee you that Slaygon is not spamming anyone. Not even, I would not even say rarely, because it's, what was the last newsletter?
December about Cinematic 64.
Okay.
If you might as well throw that in. If you buy a copy of Cinematic 64, you can find it on slaygon.bandcamp.com. Any sales of that supports all this shit that we need in here to make this show happen and the rest of the radio. What are you Slayers drinking, says Martin Åkerlund. Folköl.
Yeah. He drinks Folköl. I drink Vitamin Well. The Swedish vitamin drink.
Well.
That you are able to get anywhere in the world, basically, because all the IKEAs are selling it, I suppose.
I guess so.
It certainly got as far as Hungary, so I suppose it's available.
Yeah. Maybe. Who knows?
Who knows? But it's a good thing.
Yes.
It's a good thing. I like it.
It's a very, very nice thing.
Yep. Indeed it is. And
I'm just going to check that I actually copied over the remix news and stuff and things. Yes, I did. And no, we still haven't had, or I still haven't had time to investigate the Paul type sound, whatever. Been busy. So I'll get to it. I do have a frame of reference now, though, with who was it?
Top 64
that mentioned that there was one. No, it was Martinland, I think, that mentioned it. That it was on the last show. It was when I said extend. So now I did that again. Just at the beginning here, so first 15 minutes. So we have that as a frame of reference.
Okay.
you could clearly be heard there. So yeah,
Yeah.
there we
so
go.
we will see how much we can sort out for the next show. Probably it would be great to sort that out as well.
Yeah, that would be
But
great.
yeah, we are a little busy, and it's no secret that we were working on the remixes before, but working on other stuff as well, just like the room. So we are in the last hooray here, kind of the last days of the and speeding up the process. And if you feel like you didn't do anything yet, then we can relate, because we basically feel like we almost did nothing. That's not entirely true, but I guess my usual stuff when I do deadline music is usually 2 days. That gives you like a lot of time still to make a track, and some people are able to create tracks even in a shorter time. I usually need 2 days, but it all depends.
The past few compos I've been in, I think I've done remixes in like 4 or 6 hours or whatever.
Yeah, that's doable as well. So it all depends on your tempo and how much you know your DAW and yeah,
DAW?
DAW.
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 Dough is what you make cookies out of.
Oh yeah, right. Pizza
Or
dough.
money.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it all depends how hard is your pizza dough. Never mind. So yeah, I guess we can actually introduce the first request of the evening,
I guess so.
which is made by Uncount User, as usual, in the detergent from Mighty Bog, the Boz remix, perhaps. Sure.
And throw in some requests for us at slay.radio/request.
Yep, if you feel like determining the playlist of the next hours, feel free to throw in requests. Yay. That was a short one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got a message from Wobbler here that he discovered that the password recovery on slayradio.org is broken.
Oh, it's broken for years now.
No, I fixed it
Oh.
because Lagerfeld had a problem, and I thought I fixed it in like April or March, or no, actually all the way back in December. I think it was.
Are you sure?
I am absolutely certain. Yes.
Okay.
Jeez. Of course I'm sure. I'm apparently not sure that I fixed it, but I'm sure I attempted, and when I tried, I managed to log in as a fake user and reset my password. So yeah.
Well, okay, last time I tried this, it was about 4 years ago, and it was still, well, back then it was broken as well. So
Yeah, I know. It's been broken quite a while, but yeah, it was a broken SQL query in there that broke the whole fucking thing. But as I said, I thought I fixed that. I'll get to that after the show, just to make sure it's up and running and all that.
Yeah, probably a few people will need this function next week.
Yeah, there's quite a few old accounts, I'm guessing.
Yeah, when I needed that, I had an email on Slay Radio that I did not use like for a long while. So I did not even have an opportunity to use the password recovery.
That was the problem back then, I guess.
Yeah. But, well, let's hope that it will get fixed.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Facebook.
What happened?
It just freezes, and when you get notifications, instead of popping up one of those chat windows, it takes you to the kind of full screen messenger thingy.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I'm not gonna read private messages at all during the show because nope.
Well, and but we usually don't read private messages during the show most of the time. So
No, but this one seemed important, partly because it's from Wobbler. What he says is important,
Okay.
and because I saw the kind of first line of it and had to do with password recovery. So, yeah.
Okay, Wobbler said in comments, unfixed for me now anyway. Haha. Unfixed. How a thing gets unfixed?
Well, there may be ways. It's like unfucking a problem.
Yeah, vi måste avknulla
Avknulla
situationen.
situationen.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, okay then. Let's see our request list.
Okey-doke. Now I am...
Apparently.
Wow, that was a bit of a detour of like 5 minutes just to read one message. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Peter Clark says, Facebook is streaming nicely for now. Let's not jinx it. Okay.
I would
wow.
love if
Yeah.
it would be up to us, right? I guess.
Yeah. Well, we should have bandwidth enough to push to whatever services we have out there that are willing to digest. So it shouldn't be on our end at least. So, yeah.
No, we already agreed several times that we don't have a bandwidth problem, but my company meetings regularly get interrupted for some odd reason. Maybe the router has some problem with my machine, or who knows? I don't know.
Nah, it just has a problem with whatever is going on the meetings. It's listening in and thinking, no, I'm not going to relay that message.
In all the meetings,
Yes.
basically. There's no meeting that I don't get interruptions during, like, at least once. So, great.
Yeah, and I never get interruptions on my meetings.
Well, good for you. I don't know what's going on my company machine. But I wasn't it. So, Boyer had a request.
Booyah.
Booyah. He says, hi there, Ziona and Slaygon. Thanks for organizing the AROC summer event. I'm looking forward to this nice treat. I hope your studio is a bit cool because it's quite hot in here at 30 degrees. To cool a bit off, I'd like to request Ice Age Take 2 by Amok. Thanks, Boyer. I think it's a great request and a great aim. I don't know where you are right now. It's not 30 degrees here, I suppose.
No, it was 26.
But yeah, getting close to it, so a little bit of Ice Age wouldn't hurt any one of us. where are your space synths and drums now? Thanks. It's much better now.
It was lacking them, so I added them for her.
Yeah, thank you. The hook ratio was really good on this track. I would say pleasant for the ears. Well, when it comes to compo, we kind of had a chat about this. It's always an interesting thing to compare music with music, because if they belong to not to the same genre, or they are not even similar to each other, then of course how do you rate them? How do you compare like an orchestral piece with a dance piece? Like it's practically almost impossible. That's one reason why a competition is fun, but on the other hand, it might not always be fair because the audience is the judge.
Yeah, but here's a good reason to have 24 hours to vote instead of in a party compo right there and then. 24 hours hour period to vote actually gives you the chance to re-listen to some of the tracks you found interesting the day before, and maybe you changed your mind.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can also listen to the details. Obviously, it matters a lot sometimes how one executes the technical details as well. So as much as a monotonous track can contain a lot of technicality in it, which is there has to be a way to appreciate that as well. I kind of tend to have this experience that hooks stick. And for sure, hooks count, especially at the higher number of amount of tracks. But
yeah, in a sense, you have the same in orchestral, but instead of hooks, you basically have some nice ostinato going on or whatever. So,
yeah, but hooks count, and people tend to hate me because of my hooks. I know sometimes. Not going to get better, I can promise you that. But I guess that's about it. Everyone does what they like to do, right?
Yeah, they do.
I tried once or twice to get rid of this habit, but honestly, it's impossible.
But perhaps not talk about your remixes right now, a week before the remix compo.
No, that is just one way to look at the tracks, how to evaluate, or because that is exactly what I want to say, that this is not everything. They are not everything. They just tend to stick to some people's heads. And I know that some people think it's unfair, but that is sometimes the thing. And then
in Sweden we call them sommarplåga.
That's the other thing. Yeah, where dance bands also have hooks. But
no, sommarplåga means that it's a summer type tune that everyone plays at the beach, and everyone knows the hook line for.
Yeah, they also tend to have hooks. And what I want to say with all these things, and the conclusion of this, is that hooks are not everything. Listen carefully to those tracks, because some might not have that sticking hook, but technically it might be awesome. And you have to evaluate those tracks and validate your decisions also based on that. So sometimes you can hear how much work is put and how many years of work especially is put on getting those experiences. So I guess
all
that's
your life.
Yeah, exactly. So
or at least for as long as you have listened to music.
Yeah, so it might be 10, 20, 30 years of experience behind those tracks that might not even sound like it for the first time. So listen carefully and vote carefully, and don't always go for the hooks. And yes, I'm talking against myself here as well. So it's not about
you're not. You're doing reverse psychology now. Don't vote for me.
As you wish.
Which is why I said perhaps not talk about that right now, a week away from the compo.
No, it's there are just tendencies and experiences from the previous competitions.
Yes.
And I would love to see that all of the tracks get the proper appreciation. So that would be nice.
I do agree.
And it is important because sometimes people don't understand on the party the voting either. Honestly, sometimes I didn't understand it either, but it happened as it happened. And sometimes when you know you did well, that's another story. But it can be sometimes random. Sometimes you can count on the outcome. So it is a tricky one, and I would love if all the genres would be properly appreciated. And it's not only that, okay, I like dance music, so I will vote for the dance ones. Obviously, it counts what you like, but it might be that a lot of energy is put into the other rock remix as well. And that's why it's worth to listen carefully.
Peter Clark says it also depends on different musical abilities. Some people can write hooks and some cannot. And some people are very accomplished technically, which a lot of people just don't hear. And sometimes it's a mix of instruments that will grab you. Yeah, there's a lot of things. Everything with music is subjective technically. Sure, there are like norms and whatnot to follow, and there are certain things that will just sound bad to most people, not to everyone, obviously, because I don't know, nails on a chalkboard might sound nice and warm and fuzzy to some. I don't know, never heard of anyone who enjoys that sound, but there's probably someone who enjoys it. But yeah, it's very, very subjective.
Yeah, it is. And I think this is why it's great that the more people vote, the merrier, because at those competitions where you have like 3 judges or 5 judges, that is probably, even if they are very experienced or have very experienced years, it never feels that fair, right? So that's why it counts a lot when a lot of people vote, because then you can see the differences as well, and they will be more valid in the terms of what kind of enjoyment you had when you listened to those tracks. So my second thought here is vote, please. Like if you like to listen to the show or whatnot, if you can, just vote, because it makes everything easier for everyone, and it makes the result even more valid, so to speak. So the more people vote, the merrier for us and for the competition as well.
Indeedums.
Yeah.
Indeedums.
All about that right now as comments. And what do we have? Oh, I'm going to test Slaygon right now.
Huh?
I'm going to test Slaygon's tolerance here, because AceDK, hi.
Hello, Ace.
And AceDK said his name today is AceDK for my German friend Malthus, who absolutely, and we don't know what he wanted to say after that, because that was the nick field. So, guess what he asked for? You will know that very
Danko?
easily. Why? No.
Ich bin der Danko.
No.
Sorry, I wasn't listening to what you were
Malthus.
saying.
It's Malthus.
Yeah, but I wasn't listening. Oh, he Last Ninja.
Of course, it's Last Ninja and Gung Gung. And
yeah, I was reading.
that's not mean when I talk to you. Okay, I'm not only talking to you, but I'm talking to other people as well. But you still pay attention to me. Anyway.
I never do. Why start now?
Anyway. I will start to play this track, and let me know once you feel like you can't stand any more notes because you heard it 1,000 times on your own radio station. Okay? Let's test it.
wherever he moves the hand. His mission is accomplished only if they're aware. Yeah.
Never is he sought again, lessened with the blood of man. Life meant to succeed, his spirit is freed. Now the grand ascent begins.
Have you reached eternal peace yet?
I'm dead.
Okay. And why am I on the screen right now? Without you?
Because I was dead, I needed to resurrect because I died.
Aha, right. First I thought that this is also a Swedish type of joke that I won't understand because you have to kind of be well informed or at least know more for that.
And Malthus reached Nirvana apparently.
Oh, great. Finally, at least we created some joy for Malthus for this evening. Hope you will enjoy this, or well, hope you will remember this, because for a while we won't play Gung Gung again.
It's not been requested that much on the rotational anymore.
But you
so
would be a guest playing it all the time, obviously.
of course, it gets repetitive when you play the same song
does it?
like 1,000 times in a row. But there was this competition to get the first song on the rotational to get 1,000 votes, and Gung Gung won that race.
Well, the crowd voted.
Yeah, and they requested the song just so they could vote. For a period of time, it was played as often as it was humanly possible. Well, not humanly possible, but
yeah, right.
as many times as the rules allowed.
Yeah, so addition here for the next week, vote, but please do it like on a reasonable level. So
There's only one vote per track per person.
Yeah,
That's
know.
why you need an account.
Yeah, I know. Technically, you can have more accounts, but that is not a nice thing to do.
No,
So,
it is not.
please
and
don't.
I will monitor all the new accounts.
and
So-
Slaygon knows almost everyone, so be aware of that. Be
Yeah, I
reasonable.
will send them around to your house. I'll find someone who is your neighbor and send them around to your house to yank your interwebs cable out.
Yep. But anyway, these are the most important things to keep in mind. And yeah, I had to talk about these things also regarding the genres, because I still don't understand sometimes those comments next to the track that it's not my cup of tea. Okay, then I understand.
Yeah, who gives a shit? Go listen to your cup of tea then.
It's like, even if it's not your cup of tea, it can still be a great track.
But those people are people that are completely incapable of appreciating something because of their technical merit. As in, well, I can hear this is very well done. I'm not a huge fan of jazz and stuff, but I like Uncle and the Bacon because it's very well done. And they're funny.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
I would not, for the life of me, go and buy an album like that. Although I did pay for a Kickstarter which contained Uncle and the Bacon, because they're Uncle and the Bacon. They're fun.
They are great.
Yeah.
Indeed.
But it's not my cup of tea, yet I can appreciate the technicality or the effort that went into actually making that.
This is Slaygon. He can appreciate music that he technically doesn't like. Be like Slaygon.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't take it that seriously. But yeah, it's like, these are just small things to mention before you put in your votes, because I think these are important things to keep in mind. And during parties, it's another thing when it happens, like not online like this, but during parties, right? Like there are a bunch of drunk people as well. And other factors are playing a role which won't hear. So I think in that sense, it will be a more legitimate type of voting, because, still people can be drunk, but the next 24 hours you still can listen to the tracks.
It's not just a vote for how did that track feel right then and there.
Exactly, because you can listen back to them in the next 24 hours. So in that sense, use this opportunity and think about it.
Think about it. Oi.
Think about it.
Think about it.
Well, and Max Levine is with us, and
Yes,
he had a
he
request.
And he is actually on the Twitch stream and says, "Oi, this is very nice, much better than JPEG Tube."
Yeah, exactly. Like people keep saying, not many people are on Twitch yet, but everyone says that the best quality, best picture quality is there. So just so everyone knows.
Yeah, it's completely unprocessed.
So if you are watching this on a freaking big television, which I don't even want to think of, but if you do, then then just so you know, the best picture quality is provided by Twitch so far. Definitely not Facebook and, not YouTube either. And Max Levine requested X-Forms and the Arctic Circle. How many? 66.56756 edition. What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was so nice.
Indeedums.
X forms and Arctic Circle.
Or X on Z, as Boz would say.
X form Z, yeah, because there's a Z in the end. And I see that you put the chat on the screen.
I did. I thought it would be nice to kind of use that sometimes. I'm gonna.
And this is a chat where exactly?
On Twitch.
On Twitch, okay. So some people were encouraged to join Twitch now.
Yeah. Well, it's actually the first time we have some action on there. Sinlao was one of the early adopters of Twitch, or regulars, I guess. And he shared it on his timeline, or hosted it, I guess it's called. But not much came of it. So I thought, yeah, okay, people don't really like it or use it or know we're there or whatever it might be. So I thought, yeah, might actually ditch the whole thing. But if people want me to keep it there, we can.
Yeah, maybe they just have to learn about it.
Yeah, maybe.
And since not everyone is here like at all minutes of our show, obviously they join in and then they do other stuff like usually people do. They might not hear about it, that we have one. So, yeah, people, if you feel like having high quality video stream, then go to Twitch and we have a chat there as well.
Yes, we have a chat on all of the thingies. And Ice Pick on YouTube says, burn Twitches!
Well, yeah, interesting. This Twitch thing is very interesting because a few years ago when it appeared on the scene, so to speak, I would never think that people would spend their times with watching other people gaming. And it became a thing. Like, I really wouldn't think of that. Like, I mean, gaming's supposed to be interactive. You're supposed to play with it, right?
Yeah.
But, well, okay, maybe I can imagine that it might be nice to look at someone and someone's gaming who does it right and quickly passes levels, right? That is something. But to this become a thing, it's still unbelievable for me.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do that now, just because I can. There we go.
Do what?
On the stream thingy, I put the chat on there, just because, why not?
Yeah, well, if you can, you can.
If I can, I can, and if I will, I will.
Okay, do that then. I think that we have one request left until we start the newest Remix News edition.
Remix News!
Summarizing July. So, how about me playing the next request, and after that...
Go straight into the thingy.
Straight into the thingy. I0 said, hello from paradise. Staying last days of my vacation in Hotel Eden on Paradise Road. Found one remix named Paradise, so may I hear DHS and Paradise. Ganga Bong remix. Sure you may. And have a nice nice days of your vacation. Nice last days of your vacation.
are the RKO and Amiga Remix releases for the month of July 2020.
This month we have 6 new remixes on RKO and 4 new releases on Amiga Remix, for the total of 10 new remixes. Before we start, I would like to wish all the contestants to the ARC Remix Compo good luck. Deliverance Stormlord 2 title music, a remix by Amin Haji, composed by Matt Gray. Welcome to another newcomer on RKO. A nice remix with room for a lot more ideas. Good job and keep on coming. Ocean Loader 3, The Revenge, remixed by Lelo Calendo, composed by Peter Clark. Lelo, or Kalel if you will, is a veteran that released his first remix back in 2014. This is Lelo's 4th on RKO. I like this tune, but I wish it could be a bit less rushed and staccato, and with a more chill feel. Nicky Boom, World 1, a remix by Lulu from GP, composed by Alain Lambin, a nice and relaxing remix that just takes you away to a chill place. Stormlord in-game music, remixed by Lolo from GP, composed by Johannes Biago. A nice remix to remove the vocals saying Stormlord, and I think it will be even better. Gauntlet 3, The Final Quest intro theme, remixed by Lolo from GP, composed by Tim Follin. I really like this remix and it almost became my favorite. I just love the work and creativity put into this remix and the way it makes me feel. Enjoy! Turrican 2, The Final Fight, remixed by Lolo from GP, composed by Chris Hulsbeck. An enjoyable remix, and quite faithful to the original. Starts off a bit slow, but builds up to a really nice tune. Times of Lore, Club for Heroes mix, remixed by Martin Dodd, composed by Martin Galway. Martin is a veteran that's been active since 2005. This is Martin's remix number 58 on RKO. I don't know what it is about this tune, but it makes me smile and that 80s feel makes me so happy. Rock and Wrestle remixed by the newcomer Paul Nelson, composed by Neil Brennan. Another grand piano from Paul this month. A short, sweet and funny tune. Last Ninja 2 in-game level 1, a remix by Sir Robin, composed by Matt Gray. Sir Robin is another newcomer. This remix has many nice ideas and is a good first remix. A bit too muddy for my taste, but keep them coming. Welcome to RKO, Sir Robin. My favorite this month is Ye Are Kung Fu 2, a remix by Tim Forsyth, composed by Martin Galway. Tim released his first remix to RKO in 2000, and after 7 releases, the last one in 2008, he took a break. And now he gives us a wonderful, melancholic tune with lots of that synth sound that I just love. Welcome back, Tim. Remember to visit remix.qued.org and amigaremix.com to listen and vote. And make sure to check out Mordy's new album Remixes Volume 1 on Spotify or Bandcamp.
That was Remix News with Leah. Back to Slaygon and Ziona.
Thank you very much. That was such excellent as usual. So
Indeed.
Thanks.
Love those. I love those.
Yeah, definitely. Me too. And everyone else does as well.
Yeah,
So,
unfortunately, I didn't have the full time I wanted to do the video and whatnot. So you had a bit of like flashes and stuff because I used to emphasize the hit points and whatnot. But yeah, well, I think I fixed that before I upload the thing to YouTube.
yeah, and I think it's safe to say that you're overcritical with yourself. And by the way, Martin Akerlund said Slaygon's animes so friggin' excellent. So,
namaste.
so you deserve a credit here as well. It's very well done every time you do it. Just like all the entire broadcast that you do with your animations and things. So thank you, Slaygon, as well.
Oh, thank you. And yeah, I do kind of agree with Leia's choice of favorite of the month. It was freaking awesome.
Yes, agreed. Totally. So, yeah, and a good point there from you that the next month's remix news
It's going to be freaking long.
We promised not to spoil anything. Well, we only said that it might be long, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Peter Clark has a Thursday poem. Now I've gone away to Twitch. Doesn't freeze, doesn't glitch. Facebook is laggy and very slow. Twitch 1080, go, go, go. Christian Schneider on YouTube says, oh god, I missed the news and I liked them as well. I don't know if you missed this episode and just joined us, or if you missed having them over the past 3 weeks. But yeah, I'll upload that episode to YouTube. Well,
but also you can seek back during a live stream as well, I think.
Yeah,
so
true.
You can
Very
check
true.
it out. You just won't be real time, but that's another stuff. But yeah, the shows are available, of course. After we finish them, sometimes pretty much immediately they are available in the archive of YouTube, Facebook. I don't really know much about Twitch though, because
They archive instantly because they stream as is and leave it up there. They don't do any processing or anything like that. So it's available right away, but they only archive a few episodes at a time. So there's only like 1 or 2 of the previous ones.
okay. Good to know. And also in Slay Radio Archive as well. So if you only want audio, then you will find the shows there too.
Yes, and the audio archive is on iTunes and Spotify as well if you're into those type of platforms. So you can find it there. So we're kind of everywhere because why not?
Why not? Yeah. Nowadays you have to be on all social
No,
media
you don't
platforms.
have to.
No, it's just I still couldn't get myself to Instagram, for example. Like
No.
most of the people have Instagram. They take it like so natural. They post everything there. They say, "Oh, I don't even pay attention to Facebook anymore," and I still couldn't get myself to it. But yeah, maybe at one point.
Yeah, maybe.
Malthus had a request as well. Guess what? It's not Gung Gung.
Well,
No,
twice
this
in
time-
in one evening would be way too much.
Yeah, don't be too greedy. He said, would you please play some disco pop by Dead & Co. and give my thanks to my good friend Christian for his awesome request. Of course, natürlich. Here it comes.
Encore.
Very serious song
Indeed.
with very
Lovely,
serious hooks. Yeah, that's the type of hook that kind of starts to go into the dance band style. The have some sort of folkish feel to it as well. Yeah, and I think it's been a while since I heard this one. Well, it wasn't defined. He only said disco pop. That was definitely disco pop.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Leia says, happy birthday to Infamous. Ah, cool.
Oh.
I didn't know. Happy birthday to Infamous.
Happy birthday. Nice to know.
Yes.
Look at that. Maybe we should do a section as well, like birthdays of remixers. That would be fun. We are not really good with keeping track with birthdays, though, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
So-
horrible. Sorry. Just horrible.
Just horrible. At least you didn't forget mine yet.
Yet. I like that you put in that little caveat in there.
I'm an optimist when it comes to you. But anyway,
Yeah, Sinlau just popped in on Twitch and crowded on Twitch today. Yay!
look at that. We only had to mention it twice and the people went there already.
Yeah, but Sinlau has been on every single one that we broadcast on Twitch as well, which has been, what is it, 5 or 6 weeks now? Something like that, more, maybe more. But for a while. But yeah, he's been very lonely on there on the chat, but now he's
Oh,
finally got some company over there.
well
done, Sinlau, for promoting us as well. Good. Thank you.
Yeah, that was definitely a good job. Now more people know that they can get better quality there, and despite people tend to start to shift going there, it looks like our numbers are not decreasing. So I usually tend to notice a wave like slightly after 9. Some people might get home from work, or maybe in these home office times rather have time after 9 to tune in. So so there are like some tendencies there.
Yeah, and from what I can see, the latency on there is ridiculously low. It's like
How much?
I think about 3 seconds.
Wow. Okay.
I think.
That is really good compared to 20. So
Yeah.
I'd say kudos to Twitch then.
Yeah.
Turns out we can use it for something, and we are not even gamers. How cool is that? Yeah,
it's
I know.
awesome.
It's already not only for gamers anyway. Rafi sometimes sends me great sets there, like some DJs are giving their best and pushing full energy into what they do, and they tend to broadcast through Twitch. And yeah,
Leia is called Leia Sky Slay, all with small letters. And when I glanced over quickly, it looked like it said Leaky Slay. Am I leaky? Wow, I didn't know. Thanks for noticing.
Are you leaking something? Okay, let's play Das's request. How about that?
Sounds like a great idea.
Panther, Uncaged in the West Mix by Johan Andersson.
Ooh.
Johan Andersson.
Her, yeehaw! Ding! Or whatever Boz usually says.
Good point. And Boyer said that he loves Johan's style. I think a lot of us do. So
Yeah, Twilight 75 on Twitch says, really digging these Westernish remixes. Yeah, and really digging Johan Andersson.
yep.
We still need to talk to him at some point.
Yeah, we do. And I know it for a fact that he knows about the remix competition as well.
Yes, hopefully and that is he has uploaded something or will upload something. That would be cool.
Spoil it.
What do you mean? I said hopefully he has uploaded something or will upload something.
Okay, that's not
don't know.
spoiling. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Where's
covered.
the spoilage?
Hopefully he had uploads, or will upload, covering all the tenses that you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
All I do, I get notifications from some people who upload stuff just to make sure that they arrived properly and all of that. And I have a system to kind of email me whenever things drop in. So I know that if something has popped in there and later disappears or whatever, at least I have a knowledge of things that were there.
Yeah, true. And still no news about our Visage
Nothing.
remix. Oh my god.
So whoever wants to do a Visage could do a Visage, but probably not in this time.
Well, probably not. And whoever uploaded that track, we want to know
Yes.
who you are. So
Yes, I really do.
yeah, because it's basically like collectively agreed that we need at least an artist name for you to be able to participate in the competition, and therefore the best if you fill in your ID3 tag of the MP3 or whatnot that you
Or
upload.
name file properly at least.
Yeah, because neither of them this track.
It has nothing except for the file name, which contains only the information Visage.
Yeah, and I really would hate the thought that it would be disqualified from the competition, because it's. But at some competitions, these are the rules, and yeah, I don't know. It's still a matter of discussion if we don't get a second version, but it would be better if we would still. So please.
Peter Clark says on Twitch there, Erika, stop frightening all of us amateur little remixers by name dropping the big guns.
All right. Okay.
In reference to Johan Andersson, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. You amateur remixers, you.
Yeah, you noob.
He noob, Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's a reason why I'm called Padawan, I guess. Never mind, you are a noob. That's all about it. Michael Wildhagen said, dude, confused competition. Perhaps it was meant to be uploaded elsewhere. That's funny because, well, it resembles to a 64 remix.
Because
so
it is.
It is a 64
And
remix,
it
so I
resembles
wonder.
two. It resembles A.
Again, you are doing grammar lessons for me right now. Is it supposed to be a grammar lesson?
Yeah, and maybe there's a bit of confusion here that when I have spoken of needing an account on slayradio.org, and if you're logged in and see the click the link and get to an upload area, maybe people think that they are somehow connected, that the username on one place is connected to the upload area. It is not. So there is no way to kind of connect those two in that way, unfortunately. Right now, at least.
But for the remix to be uploaded, do you have to be logged in?
No.
No, you don't have to.
But
okay.
that's what I said. That maybe there's some confusion about this. That they think that if you're logged in, then we already have the information that is relevant to the upload.
Yeah,
no connection at all there. So.
No, because the upload area is not connected to Slay Radio.
No, it's essentially like a Dropbox that is not connected to slayradio.org in any sort of way other than the fact that I run it.
And that's the reason. That's the reason why we don't know anything about this person, because obviously if they would be connected, otherwise we could at least check for an email address or, I don't know, nickname, whatnot. It would be easier, but we literally know nothing about him.
Yeah.
So all that we know that it's a remix of Visage.
Yeah, and
sure.
that it's a him.
And it's a him, yeah. So... Well, still one week to go until the deadline. Exactly, hang on, less
6
than
days.
1 week. Exactly.
6 days.
No,
And
yeah,
a few
exactly.
hours.
The competition will happen in a week, exactly in a week. So 1 week later, exactly this time, we will be most probably in the middle of the competition, playing the tracks after each other. Therefore...
Oh, good. So we at least decided not to play all at once. That's a relief.
That would be a nice disaster, I'm afraid. But
you choose.
Exactly, from all of that at the same time. Yeah, I like it. I like this thought. But yeah, in order to make all the necessary preparations, our deadline is 11th at midnight, and the download area will be deactivated after midnight. And 11th at midnight means that during 11th of August, the entire day, you can still upload it, but make sure to upload it before midnight, before
Central
the clock hits
European
midnight.
Summertime.
Yeah, Central European Summertime, that's also very important. So if you don't know, then check the time of Sweden, maybe.
Peter Clark did the math. 5 days, 3 hours and 25 minutes to go. TikTok.
Good. Okay, thanks, Peter. That's always a nice reminder for all of us, right?
Mm-hmm. And I still have a shit bunch to do before we can even do the show.
Yeah, and really don't worry if you think you are nowhere close yet. Then I have to tell you, I want to encourage everyone. And we don't have a bad music playing. I just noticed that. Sorry. I would encourage everyone that. Happened with me as well. I was in complete hesitation 2 days ago because I felt like won't be appropriate. No, maybe it's not going to happen at all. Maybe, and then managed to sit down, managed to polish it to some sort of level where I already know that it's going to be finished. You only have to reach that level, and after that everything will be easier. But right at the start, usually, not for everyone, usually it's a struggle sometimes when you find the character of the song and figure out how this would happen, but not impossible. And I think Michael Wildhagen asked before, like, how on earth you can do a song in 2 days. Well, it's part of it is practice, and I'm not even doing music that often, to be honest. So there are people that do way more music than I do. But
and Daimo says, I have mixed emotions.
About
I don't know. I just thought it was a good interjection there because you talked about feelings and whatnot about remixes.
Yeah, well, you can still have mixed emotions. Like that's what I try to say. That don't bother the fact that it's 6th of August because 11th is still away, 5 days away, and sometimes you just need to get to that level with the track where you know that. Yeah, now I know that it's going to be finished.
Mm-hmm. And Magnar says remix entry delivered. Check. Excellent.
Nice. So
looking forward to hearing that.
A little spoil here. Magnar has an entry. Ha! Good. Yeah, so yeah, basically that's all about it, and it's I guess it's a unique thing for everyone. What's the optimal time to prepare a track? But I know that Wobbler is a champion of this for sure. I heard that. So
yeah, he's like, I had a few minutes to spare. Like, what do you mean a few minutes?
Yeah, that's it. And then he just
sure,
creates...
it took an hour. What?
Yeah, so some people only need an hour.
Yeah.
You see, that's it. So there's just nothing set in stone, and take your own tempo. And I personally never get further than 2 days. I definitely need 2 days to. I can do something before, but that doesn't feel usually right. So 2 days is 2 days. For some other people, is other type of time. But
Wobbler says, but then it sounds shit too. Well, no, it doesn't. You ass.
Really doesn't.
Fuck off. It doesn't.
I guess we have to play some music as well instead of just keep talking here. So, Lord of Crystalic wants to hear a classic, which is Instant Remedy and Fairlight. Short but sweet. And what are you typing so hard?
It was so hard?
So hard.
Was it that hard?
I can hear you typing. It's loud. The microphones can hear you typing as well.
I know.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
You are excused. So what's that about?
There we go. Stay away, you psychotic mad butt slapper. Well, that's a Morty and me thing then. Butt slap.
Yeah, the butt slap.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That
was that, an hour?
That was about 2 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, your aim was to kick our asses, haha. But you didn't manage.
Yeah, I know. Of course not. We didn't slap your butts.
Yeah. I was satisfied with the last year's track, so that was there where it should be. And sometimes it's not there, so that's all about it. Yeah, but I still think that to release something makes you feel better than not to release something because you are a perfectionist. But it's so hard to learn this. Like it's literally so hard to learn that at some point you just have to let it go. And that's why it's so interesting as well when Michael Wildhagen said now that he needs ages usually to finish a remix.
Me too. I worked on my album with only 7 tracks for, 5 years?
Yeah, but sometimes you made like a decent progress in days, and then you didn't go back to it for like weeks, and then
because I needed to let it simmer a little bit, see what I thought of it later. I think the master in that realm is Rhino, and he's still working on his solo album some 20 years later.
There are some perfectionists out there. And doesn't hurt the quality what he does, though. So for sure, it's just it's very hard to learn in all the terms when to let it go. I think, especially for those people that sit on those for like years, and I think I was also like that. And then at one point it changed because of those parties. Actually, it was because of those parties. Like sometimes, I don't know. You have a lot to do, you don't sit down, don't do anything, and you realize that, okay, now we are 3 days away from it, and either we do something or not, and then you just start to progress, and usually this is that type of point that I described, that if you reach that point when you know that now it's going to happen, then from that point it goes easy. You have to get to that point where you find the characteristics and the build up.
Well, that's how it works for you, yes.
Yeah.
Not for everyone.
Everyone works differently. This is just one example of the many, because I definitely cannot talk about your experience, but I can see how you work with music. And as you said, you are less good with deadlines in that matter. But everything like this is a matter of experience as well.
And Magnar is describing here, out on the boat, and my daughter has birthday this Monday, so it had to be finished yesterday. So I sat up all night to 8 a.m. this morning, slept 4 hours, and then submitted the entry before going to the boat.
Nicely done.
So,
Thank
that's
you.
one way of doing it. But I do know he worked on it earlier as well, so in the time in total, I don't know, but yeah. It's I don't know, it's a weird thing. Sometimes things go really fast. Like the first remix I submitted to RKO, I just thought, fuck this shit, I'm gonna do something, because I wanted to release something on RKO but never had, because I didn't dare to, or whatever it may be. So I started on Completo like 8 in the evening, finished 6 in the morning, uploaded it, went to bed.
Yes, you do.
Fuck this shit, done now.
Then it's still a decent piece, I think.
Yeah.
I like it a lot, so...
I like the original a lot, so yeah. It makes it easier when you already have that kind of relationship to a piece of music.
Ooh, definitely, that helps. That is also an interesting perspective, like how much you love that you are going to remix, because... with the love tracks, it's so much easier. And with some of the new tracks, sometimes it is a struggle, and then it kind of climbs into your mind, and then it gets easier. So, yeah, it's... there's a lot of aspects that you can take in still, but... Michael Wildhagen added, if there wouldn't be a deadline, I would be the most silent remixer ever. Who can relate?
So you only remix when there's a deadline, eh?
Yeah.
I know how we can squeeze a few things out of him now. That's nice.
Now we have the strategy. The Michael Wildhagen competition. Only for him. Yeah, but I know how you feel, and yeah, trust me, it helps. You have to look for some compos out there, and now that there are a lot of online competitions during these pandemic times, so to speak, you can even use this, because personal participation during the party is not even required anymore. Therefore, you can do the own compositions as well for other demoscene parties if you want to, of course.
Of course.
So that's another push. And another great way of learning, I personally haven't joined, I heard of it. A friend of mine told me that there is a 1 hour music competition on IRC, happening on IRC, and one problem that I don't remember right now the name of the IRC channel, but if you go after it, it's also demoscene related, and about 10-15 musicians or whatnot, they pile up and then they start the competition, and whatever they do in 1 hour they just send in, and it's an excellent way of exercising how quick you are and how quickly you find your sounds basically, and how quickly you can assemble something. It's exciting. So
they need to be piled up for that to happen?
Probably not, but it's, well,
interesting. Krakow, of
Krakow,
the
yes.
Speedball 2000 fame. The Finnish dude who was part of this thing called Music Monthly Club, which I thought was a bit interesting. They basically had a month to release a track, and then they always just, on the day of the deadline, all uploaded it to the same place. A very nice collection of things that they actually produce over the years on that thing. Even put some vocals on some of them.
Nice.
Morn is one of them. That's one of Krakow's pieces from Music Monthly Club.
Oh, and he did nice things with you as well. You were lending some vocals for some of his tracks.
Yeah,
so.
Morn was one of them. But that wasn't made to put vocals on. I just heard it and this is what it needs, kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I suppose you wouldn't let me play some of those, right?
Nah.
Why not? Okay, then I suppose another Finnish dude's request is the next one. Mikko Tahtinen.
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 No. Nen.
Why are you doing this to me?
Nen.
Tahtinen.
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 I don't think I will manage this, but...
Oh, funny.
But he thinks that one of the...
Mikko Tahtinen.
So, he thinks one of the best remixes is Light Force Mind in a Box remix by Stefan Poise. So
It is excellent.
It is. What's so funny?
I didn't realize that I had the this little feature. Hold on. This little feature enabled on the other screen that was showing on while the C64 was rotating. If you look at the screen, it's on the right side there. That's a comment from YouTube. Burn the Twitches! I didn't realize that was actually on this screen as well, up there on the left. So I was just testing a little bit while showing the other screen and didn't notice I had that on that thingy. So yeah.
Nice. Well, we have so many places with so many chats that is still, well, on a long run, it would be great to find a solution so everyone could see everything, but I guess it's literally impossible right now. So
Yeah, well, not impossible. It just takes a lot of effort to kind of program something to one little ring to rule them all kind of thing. So yeah, it's going to take a while to get that going.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. Have other things to concentrate on right now.
Well, now definitely more important things.
What do you got there?
What I got there, I'm actually reading here because there's a lot going on, but I wasn't following all of it. So letzte Minute schnelle Jungs, says Peter Clark. Last minute rush. The deadline, guys. Oh, Miha Wildhagen said that. I think I should do a cooperation project under the name of the deadline, guys. I like that.
Yeah. It's a good name too, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, deadlines are great. Even if one tends to hate them one day before it, but...
Yeah, it kind of forces you to get to it, as it were.
Yeah, something to stick to.
Mm-hmm.
And then who knows, there are rare cases when it might not work out or when you feel like you really got stuck forever with something. But this is not the case, right?
Well, no, you don't know until it's past deadline.
No, I'm just campaigning for this compo. It's not the case right now. This is not the compo that you are giving up.
This is not the compo you give up.
Yes.
Eh? What?
Yo, Trace just joined us. 1 week. I haven't had time to do anything. Starting working on Monday too. Aw.
You have all weekend. What are you complaining about?
And still Friday tomorrow. So
Yeah.
Friday weekend, and remember the deadline is Tuesday midnight.
Yeah. So plenty of
time. Yeah. All depends, I guess.
Dedums. Wow. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I am really looking forward to hearing from Birthday Boy and other people.
Yeah, me too. Birthday Boy.
Now that's stuck in my head. Light Force.
Well, that's very easy to stuck into one's head, so that is one song with a hook.
Yeah.
So to speak.
There's that nice ostinato in there as well. That goes through most of the song.
And Mikko Tahtinen is not Tahtinen.
Tahtinen.
Yes, but on the request list, I didn't see. Well, there was no 2 dots over. Yeah, so Tahtinen.
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 It's I don't know why it's virtually impossible for me to hit that type of air. I'm sorry.
It's not the air, it's the H that is the problem. Tähtinen. It's like breathing out. Tähtinen.
Tähtinen.
No, do you sigh like... or do you sigh like...
Did I really do this?
Tähtinen.
Oh, come on. This cannot be that bad that they won't understand it.
Hold on. Tinen.
I don't want to listen to this anymore. Viking84 asks us, can you play something for Virgil? Johan Feldkötter and the city name got completely ruined by your system, Slaygon.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
know.
Germany.
Yes,
so,
I know.
Ibn Boren? No?
Boren.
Ah, okay.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, the special letters here gets lost.
Fuck.
They get lost sometimes. I guess maybe something Tiger Mission. Greetings to Stubentiger Virgil. I guess that's of Stubentiger.
What does that mean? Mead?
I'm not really sure. Stuben. I really gotta check this out, but can work. And I kind of found a few Tiger Mission remixes, and I thought...
Ryan has made a good one.
Oh yeah, you should have said it to me earlier. Well, I didn't ask, but sorry. Hang on a minute. Because let us play the best. Oh my god, and if Ryan did one, then, well, there is a chance that it might be the best. But I really gotta find it. That's not what I prepared though, so that's why I'm struggling now.
Play the one that you prepared then.
Oh, there we go. I found it. Okay, excellent. So, in this case, we will play Ryan's version from the Nexus 6581 2, and let's see what they think of that.
Plinky, plinky shit.
Not that shit though. I don't
No,
know what you're
plinky
talking
shit.
about.
Plinky shit. Plink, 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 plinky, plinky, plink. Plinky shit. What?
Someone got annoyed by hooks again.
Huh?
Someone got annoyed by hooks again.
No,
No.
has nothing to do with it. Plinky shit is a reference to Ryan's stuff because he likes the plinky shit. He said so himself on air. He likes the plinky shit.
Is there anyone amongst us who doesn't like the plinky
No,
shit?
but this is especially very plinky because it's got the piano and plinky shit in it.
Ah. And now we know what is Stubentiger, a slang for cats in German. So
Aha. Any specific type of cat or
no, it's a slang. It's a generic slang for cats. Yeah, I guess it's like slang like dust bunnies, for example.
Uh-huh.
So
What does Stuben mean?
Stuben is.
Sorry.
I still didn't check because he just described the
Maybe
thing.
it
but
means small.
maybe, or maybe Stube. No, it just doesn't detect
Stube means
German by the-
room, says Malthus. Okay, so room cat. Okay, or room tiger.
look
Sorry,
at that.
room tiger.
Room tiger.
Yeah, that's appropriate, I think. A room
Yeah.
tiger.
Yeah, we have two
like
room tigers.
like a Bengal cat.
Yeah, totally. Oh, they are so beautiful.
Yes, they are. I really wanted one for quite a while, but then realized it was really not a good idea. They're very active,
Oh,
if you put it that way.
oh, okay. I didn't know that. And
they
what
need
does it mean
some
by-
special care.
Oh,
Not like ours that can just sleep for 16 hours and then yawn a little bit, go and eat, and then come and cuddle for a bit, and then fight a little bit, and then go back to sleep.
but they cuddle. They need cuddle.
Yes,
they
they
love
need
cuddle so
cuddles.
much. And this is rare because not all the cats do. So
Yeah, that is very, very true.
someone raised them cuddly,
Catly.
cuddly.
Let's see if we can locate where they are.
Well, where
yes,
else?
this keyboard is very much louder than the other one.
Where
Oh,
else than
so-
in the living room, I
well,
guess.
the living room is very dark right now, so we don't see anything up there.
Well, good, I guess. There is
Yeah.
a little bit of disaster there anyway. You don't want to see the
Yeah.
living room right now. But
It's fine. They're not here, at least. I thought I heard something, but they're not anywhere.
And interestingly enough, Michael added that Stube is a room most like a living room.
Yeah, that's what Malthus said as well.
Yeah, I guess he said room, so it's living room.
Yeah, so it is technically a house cat, he said. Added afterwards.
And another slang would be teppich torpedo. That is like carpet torpedo. Torpedo. Yeah, oh, I knew that it's going
Carpet
to come.
torpedo?
Carpet torpedo. Yeah, ours love that carpet in the middle of room. My God, I really didn't like that. It was in the studio before. In our earlier broadcast, you could see this gray carpet with this typical pattern of I don't know. There
It's
were
a
many
beige, not grey.
beige, gray,
It's very, very
kind
boring.
of. It's like
Yeah, it was required. This room requires a carpet, both for audio purposes, but for feet purposes as well. I needed something to have my feet on because the floor gets really cold, even in the summer, because the floor here is like 1.5 meters below ground level. So yeah, it gets quite cold on the floors.
yeah, and it's understandable because you really need something to avoid this echo and all of that anyway, and it was functional. But yeah, let me tell you, it's not a beauty.
Oh,
Well,
no, it certainly is not, but functional.
and the funny stuff is that when we rearranged the studio and got out this carpet from here, I guess we planned to kind of get rid of it or
At some
something.
point.
But we put it in the middle of the living room, and the cats love to roll over on that. Like they love it so much that now we decided to keep it there because it's a holy grail for them.
Yeah, actually, it's not looking too bad in the living room because the floor is kind of the same shade, so it kind of melds in there in a certain sense. It's not very beautiful still, but I would prefer the open floor. But they love it, so we just left it there.
That's the most important, I guess. So now they have it. Look what we have. We have a cigarette request, and he was careful enough to provide me a SOASC. I never know how to pronounce this in English because I kind of say it in my head like SOASC. But I know it might not be the proper pronunciation.
It's a Stone Oak Valley.
Stone Oak Valley Seed Collection. Yeah, exactly. But
so I say SOASC.
SOASC. Yep. Anyway, from the Oak Valley collection, I got a direct link to this, and must be a good track because it's made by Fanta, and it's Natural Cause of Life, Sid. So let me provide you this track right now. Ended.
Ping! end it. Good thing I asked because I didn't have my headphones on.
Yeah.
It kind of sounded like it was ending, but
Yeah, I
couldn't tell.
just noticed on time. But
Nice.
it was a really nice track and nice request, and well done with providing the link, by the way. That is for sure. That's probably the most certain way of requesting something, especially when it's a special request.
Martin Land asked a relevant question to the carpet. Why not install some floor heating while you're tinkering with the house? Well, to install floor heating, you would need to kind of up the whole floor and put that in. But incidentally, there is floor heating in the studio. Except lately it's been misbehaving a little bit. Plus, since it's only in one room, it generates this convection kind of thing underneath the house, which means it pulls up moisture into the adjoining room because this room is too warm, hence dries out. Oh no, actually not the adjoining room, but this wall behind me. So it pulls up moisture into the wall. So yeah, would need to install it all over the whole kind of bottom floor.
And let's not forget about the fact that usually dust and sometimes cat fur starts to tend to hover when there is some sort of nice source of heating on the floor. So that means, I guess, more dust to breathe in as well. I mean, we are not the superiors of
What?
cleaning.
No. Cats like to lie down where there's warm spots. That is true.
Yeah, they do.
But-
And then they leave their fur and dust mixed.
Yeah, but that goes anywhere. Anyway.
It doesn't go anywhere.
That goes anywhere.
Well,
anyway.
that goes anywhere. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true. But well, maybe not cat fur though, because it might be a bit more difficult. But you know, sometimes when you look during the summer, when you have like nice sunshine, you see all the dust particles in the.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
I guess those tend to be that tend to be more dust particles when you have a floor heating, because the warm kind of goes upwards.
No, it doesn't go that much upwards, so that it creates convection in that way.
You think?
Yeah, I'm pretty certain. It's
Okay.
not that sort of heat. It's not like the desert kind of heat thing you see on movies and such. It's not that severe. Maybe it moves some particles upward, but it's not like it's making all the dust from the floor hover.
Well, sure, I might not be the pro on this because I never had a floor heating anyway, but just a thought. So, who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe
but
not the best with people with the dust allergy though, so I don't
floor
know.
heating is great.
Well, it has
even if you
benefits.
have dust allergy, because it doesn't make a difference for the dust. It will still be on the floor. It doesn't go anywhere.
If you say so.
I know so. There's floor heating in this very room we are sitting in, and I cranked it to 11. The floor is full with fucking dust anyway.
I don't
It doesn't
feel
go
it.
anywhere.
I don't feel it at all.
No, it's not on. That's why you
okay.
don't feel it.
You said you cranked it up to 11, so I'm sorry to think that it was on.
And I have cranked it up to 11.
You have.
Yes, in the past.
Okay. Got it. Right. Yeah, Martin Land said that he has been tested to be allergic to dust. Yeah, guess what? I have been tested too, very early on. I still don't know what's going on with that allergy, by the way, because sometimes it tends to go away. Sometimes you just don't cough for like ages, and then all of a sudden it appears. So I don't really know how this works.
I generally don't have allergies as such, but there was this one spring I had pollen allergy. One spring. Yes, one.
And
So
could you
then
tell any sort of events that could trigger this?
that could trigger an allergy?
Your allergy, yeah.
No, not really. Maybe it was extra much pollen that year, or I was outside in the pollen more than usual, or whatever. I don't know.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah. Or the winds were blowing the right way, so all the tree pollen blew in through my window or some shit. I don't know. But one spring, it was like all clogged up. All spring.
Okay. Interesting.
And then it just disappeared.
Interesting. Yeah, it can
Never
be
to return
completely
again.
random sometimes.
Yeah.
As long as I'm not allergic to cat hairs, he added. Yeah, I'm really happy that I'm not. I think I was tested like when I was 18 years old though, and ended up with something like a mild thing, but I really don't remember. Maybe it's worth to do a test.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, I think you would have noticed by now.
Yeah, there might be a huge possibility of that, I guess. As much as I like to cuddle with them. So, people, if you want to hear some requests of yours, probably this is a good time to put some in. It looks like it. And now we are going to play Boyer's second request of the evening, who asked, can I please request Judge Dredd RA3 edit by Dr. Doom and the Comatron? And these would be the dead guys, by the way, Dr. Doom and the Comatron. Peter Clark said that he has been tested and he's mostly allergic to uns. I guess you didn't like this piece, right? But he said this before playing this song, so he wasn't saying anything bad.
Get a Dyson vacuum and make sure you don't get any of that in the corners of your house and such. It's very hard to get rid of. Once the uns settles in the corners, you can never get rid of it.
Yeah, it's still spreading. It's invading the world. It's a funny story because it's. I remember how strange people looked at us like in the 90s when the real uns kind of became a style or trend on its own, and then it's like everyone else said, what is this? Music? Really? Is this that you call music? And even until today, I know that a lot of those people don't think it's music. So, but I guess the tolerance level have raised a little bit against the uns kind of things. So should we talk about the remix news? Remix news.
Remix news.
Should we talk about the new possible remixes of next week? What rules they have to follow?
I didn't follow your question.
Well, I guess because you changed the angle of the screen, that means that we might want to remind people the details of the details of the
yes. Might be a good idea to do that now, I thought.
A good idea. Okay.
Good idea.
So the basic rules are pick any SID. That's the important part, that it has to be a SID. It shouldn't be a module or anything else. This is a 64 remix competition, preferably.
There is one little tiny bit of information in there that we actually missed. Make sure the steel information in HVSC says or doesn't actually identify it as a commercial track.
Oh, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we kind of missed that point entirely because we're too close to this whole thing, so we kind of assume that to be the case anyway, so...
Yeah, so probably don't do the Beverly Hills Cop, because even if there is a SID available of that, then still it doesn't mean that it's an original creation in the SID, and therefore problematic, so to speak. So, but yeah, no, well, it happened with Slaygon as well, that they figured it out later.
Yeah, it happened to be the original happened to be a mod. Someone made a SID out of it that I found, and I thought, oh, excellent. There was nothing in the steel information about it being a mod at the time originally, so I kind of made a remix out of it and was in a compo with it and all of that. So yeah, turned out to have been a mod in the end, but yeah. Need to upload that to Amiga Remix at some point.
Didn't notice, and then this turned out when you wanted to upload it to RKO, I think. So yeah, basically, it can happen, but if you can, then pick a track that is original. That's important. And our preferred format is MP3 still, at least 192 kilobit per sec compression. And it is because Arrow Party tends to have this tradition that they play it from a 64. We won't do that, but this is a tradition of the party.
So you can submit 320 kilobits if you want. It's fine.
Yeah, indeed. And upload your contribution to https://slay.radio/arok, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I right? Yeah, okay. And our playtime will be 4.5 minutes, which means that you can do even longer or shorter track, but it will be faded out at 4.5 minutes. So you have to know everything that you want to show to the audience have to be in these 4.5 minutes. And if it's longer track, we are still happy about it. It just won't be played entirely. If it's a shorter track, you are all good as well. So don't worry about it. And our deadline is a very important thing. Right now, I can say that it's 11th of August and midnight or 1 second before midnight, I would say. So during the entire day of 11th of August, you can still upload your remix, and when the clock turns to 12th of August, then you are not able to upload the track anymore. So it's important to keep in mind.
And not only you would say, unless I fucked up my atomic clock on the machine, that is when it ends. That's when it closes.
Yeah, so that's the official time of closing, sending in the contributions, and then 2 days later, or well, actually 1 day, sort of 2 days later, the compo will happen here next week, and on this very Thursday evening, which is like 1 week from now. But obviously we have a lot to do before, so that's why the deadline is definitely not the day of the show. So you have to know about that. And the voting will be open for 24 hours after the show ends. So that means that the voting ends on Friday, 11 p.m. So since our shows are usually ending at 11 p.m., which means we have 22 minutes today still, the voting will be open until Friday, 11 p.m. And make sure to put in your votes with your Slay Radio account. You will get the instructions next week, right? Am I right?
Yeah, if you have a Slay Radio account, there will be a link right on the main page where to go to vote.
Yeah. So.
And there's going to be an easy to remember URL you can follow from slay.radio as well.
Yep, and
or type in rather.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and we will find the proper time frame also for announcing the winners or wieners, as one would say, and it would be announced on Saturday, the next day, on 15th of August, and most probably we can make this time frame a little bit shorter than an entire day in the social media mostly, and let's see how.
Well, maybe it depends on what I find in the voting logs, I'm going to say.
Okay, so...
Need to go through them properly. See
yeah,
that
that's true.
There's
that's
not too many like double registrations, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that is a good point. So please try to vote from one account instead of several, because we might check it out.
Yeah, don't cheat, essentially. Be fucking honest.
There's no point on doing that.
We all do this for fun, not to win any... You're not going to win any big money so you can retire, okay? So there's no point in cheating. So
there will be some prizes, but probably you won't get a millionaire this time.
You get a cheap medal that you can hang on your neck and walk around town and do all the whatever you do with a medal around your neck.
Please don't strangle yourself, though. Whatever you do with the medal around your neck.
I was more thinking, yeah, yo.
So anyway, none of us are doing it for the fame, I guess. This is pure fun, and let's have the most tunes that we can get, and let's make this like a feel-good competition. So we will see. So that's all that you have to know, and the show will start in a week at 8 p.m. and we will see how it goes and how many entries we will end up with. It's exciting.
Will be fun. Yes, indeed. And we actually got a submission not long ago, like an hour ago, less than an hour ago, from LP Chip.
Yep, indeed.
That's nice.
Indeed. So his contribution is already in as well.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said, I keep getting these questions: how many entries do we have? And
yeah, you just have to go back and watch all of the shows we have done since we announced the remix compo, and comb through all of the discussions we've had and try to figure out how many there are.
Right.
That's the closest you can get to an amount.
Yeah. all that you have to do if you want to have more information. We won't spoil it now.
Butt tattoo for the winner, says Peter Clark.
Or a butt slap.
Yeah, butt slap. You get a tattoo of a hand on your butt.
Oh, wow. That's sexy, I guess. Okay, then. Malthus asks, good time for a request? How about Tron with Hot Mamas?
Ooh,
Why
hot,
not?
hot. Ooh, ooh.
Ron and Hot Mamas. This remix is an excellent example how you only have in the database one remix of Hot Mamas, but it is so good that if anyone wants to aim for a second one, then there is a real challenge open.
Yep, that's one of the reasons it took so long to make a Last Ninja remix is because everyone and their mother has made one, and they're all good, most of them at least.
Yeah.
So it took me ages to get to a Last Ninja remix.
It's easier to work with great melodies, that's for sure. So I guess that's half of the success when it comes to those songs. And yeah. Indeed, this is a really excellently put piece from all the perspective that you can get, and this is why it's like so challenging sometimes when you have something on mind, and I think it really has to be a strong aim when you want to remix such a track that has, well, only one remix, but that is so good that there's just no point to do, like, you know, or at least I think it's no point to do something that I know that it cannot be that level, right? So it's like
unless you have like a strong feeling that no, this is not done the right way. I want to do it my way, which would be the correct way of doing it. But this kind of covers all the bases. It's the way to do it. It's the definitive version of it right from the start. The first one ever released, and it's the best version ever.
And you skipped one option. That another option would be when someone would want to aim for a remix of this is that maybe create it in a completely different style.
That's exactly what Peter Clark just said on Twitch. He said, you have to take the tune somewhere else if it's a heavily remixed tune. Yeah, exactly. It's not you have to, but for me it would be more like you don't feel that the other versions that people have made really do what you would have wanted to do with it.
Yeah. So, yeah, there are some options for sure.
Yeah, I can easily imagine the Hot Mothers, for instance, being done in this Western type style by Johan Andersson. For instance, that would fit this perfectly.
Yeah, I would love that too. Look at that.
Yeah, or a prog rock in Peter Clark style.
Oh, that would be something too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so there are ways to do it differently, obviously. It's not something I would do, but if I were to do something with this, for instance, it would be something completely different from prog rock or this up-tempo thing or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Sure, it would be different. I know that. We know that about you.
Malthus says, like Gungung, who added vocals. No, Malthus, no.
Why not? That must be fun with vocals. I don't understand you.
No, it's fine.
Anyway.
It's just that whole Gungung thing has left me a bit sad.
Sad?
No, it was overplayed for a while, so...
I know, everyone knows.
But it's starting to kind of grow on me again. So, yeah, it's fine.
My God. Okay, then. Let's play DMC's request here. Because we start to run out of time.
Oh, yes, we are.
Yep.
12 minutes. 11 minutes to go.
Yeah, indeed.
Beep.
And that's a well-known song, Sky Martial Arts. The title with the vocoder intro, this one is for all of those people who still want more. Forgot the name.
Shit. Oh,
Abyss
sorry.
Game 2.
I misread or misheard the lyrics.
Yeah.
For all the ones who want some blippy shit.
Indeed, something like that. And this is Abyss Game 2, Emulate the Past Mix.
Warning, incoming message.
This one is for all of those people who still want more of all the great tunes sung by the Commodore and feel the world is moving just a tad too fast.
Synchronizing.
We feel nostalgic about these songs because it reminds us of a time that we have lost, and now we're keeping it alive while having a blast. Emulating the past.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
martial arts abyss game 2. Choo. I don't really
Choo.
Choo.
Wow, you're talking straight into the microphone.
Oh, was I too loud? I'm so sorry.
No, it's just the angle of the microphone. Sometimes when you speak straight into it, you get this boxy, weird sound.
Now, the reason why I did this, because I was checking the other monitor, because it looks like this, so it's there.
It's there. It's still there. The monitor is still there. Wow.
Let's
cool.
hope so.
Yeah, look. It's right there.
Well, it's not a monitor. That's my notebook. But anyway.
It's a monitor on the notebook.
Well, great thing that it has one, I guess. As long as it has one, we are fine.
And Malta's got all tear-eyed and misty here. Boy, I remember when I was a kid sitting with my first love in her room, playing summer games. Oh, is that what you called it, eh?
Well, it's also playing some games. It's a type of game.
I played Doctor.
You played Doctor? On your girlfriend?
I didn't have a girlfriend.
Oh, come on. We thought we will learn something nasty about you right now.
I had a harem.
Oh, this is where we go with it. Okay, gotcha. Nice save, by the way. Nice.
Mother, Father, Child was a game, says Daimo.
What?
Yeah, you played Mother, Father, Child, yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. And interesting, we call it that way too. Wow.
Yeah. No,
okay.
I think it's a general thing. You emulate the past, or your parents in this case.
Let's not get into this.
What?
Playing a mother, father, child, emulate the past, whatnot. We have a short request lined up right now for Dasi, and then we will say goodbye with Viking 84's another request. So
And yes, it is Viking. That is how he spells it, not Viking. He spells it Viking.
Viking.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's a W.
Yes.
And once again, you are criticizing my V.
No, I wasn't.
No, you weren't. Right. And the MC added, with my first girlfriend, it was more like winter games. Aw.
Oh, that cold bitch. Oh, wait, what?
Aw.
Or was it you that were cold?
Hell freezes
popsicle.
over. Come on.
He played popsicle.
Don't be more nasty than that. We are
No, I don't
talking
need to. I think he understands what I mean anyway.
I'm pretty sure he does. More of a problem I do too. So
So play a song.
let's play one before the last request today, which is Dusty's, and it's a very fun song. It's Fat Frog by MRT.
Very interesting.
What is very interesting?
I was just looking at the thingamabob here. The thingy here. And
tablet?
your microphone was actually picking up sounds from the room while we were playing the song, whilst mine picked up nothing. I thought it died, but it didn't.
Oh my! Really?
Yeah, but it's weird.
That is really weird. Did you hook up something differently?
No,
Okay.
but now it's fine.
Well, now it's on the setting of speaking, so it should be
Yeah,
fine.
but they were both muted. So when I mute, interesting, I could still hear or see my voice be triggering your microphone, but nothing on mine. Very weird. Anyway, I can check that out later. That was just an interesting thing I just noticed now. Never happened before.
Well, we replaced the microphones yesterday, so I guess there might be something to it, but let's check it out later.
No, that has nothing to do with it.
That's weird. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, it appears that the song has ended sharp at 11, and we have only one song left for this evening. And of course, these are the last moments when we can wish good luck for everyone for the remaining week until the remix competition happens the next Thursday.
Indeedums. I wish you the best of luck. I'm really hoping that there's going to be a wide variety of songs on this compo. I love it when you kind of go from one style to another and you just get surprised, basically. I love that.
Yeah, and
That's
I think
fun.
the biggest win would be the lot of releases on RKO. And,
Yeah,
the August-
definitely. It's going to be a flood and Qued is going to go like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, if he's not following it closely.
Even though I'm fairly certain he knows about the compo.
Yeah, but this is what usually happens each year after Arrow Party happens. Then several new remixes get uploaded to RKO, so you can check it out. Usually August is a good month because of that. So
Yes, and I urge every one of you that submits entries to the compo to upload them to RKO once the compo is done.
yeah, because if you upload it to the competition, that doesn't mean that it will be automatically uploaded to RKO. This is why there are still probably a few party versions out there that remained on the Scene.org FTP but never got uploaded to RKO. I know about a few at least. So make sure
By
to
some
upload.
unknown female remixer.
It's not only mine. Come on, it's like there are a few people, I guess, who thought, it's still in progress, and then it never got finished. Okay, so that's it. Really, it never got finished. So please make sure that you pay attention to this as well, because you definitely have to upload it separately if you want to see it on RKO.
And welcome, Lala. You're early as
Just
always.
in time. Look at that.
Did I miss anything? No, Lala, nothing.
No,
you're fine.
nothing has happened today. Really, it's just this
uneventful.
Absolutely uneventful. Just the usual stuff. And this is the last show before the remix competition, and we are just saying goodbye. So hello, goodbye.
Peter Clark says La La Land on IRC. La La Land.
Yeah, Lala's name is great because you can make a lot of fun with it. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we still will. So
yes, night to you too, Leaky Slay. Oh, Leah Sky Slay. Oh, sorry.
Leaky Slay.
I still, when I read it quick, that's what I actually read. I don't know why. Leaky
because
Slay.
fraud, I don't know, not fraud, Freud, sorry, fraud. I'm sorry, I'm reading.
That was a good Freudian.
Yeah, actually, it's all about the fake news around that people believe nowadays. So yeah, let's not get there. But this is why I was a Freudian now.
Play a song. Let's go to bed or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go to bed or whatever. Or we wish everyone very good night. And make sure that you tune into Buzz Radio if you want to visit and listen to another live shows and have some companionship meanwhile.
And finish those remixes.
Finish those remixes. It's totally worth it. And 5 days is still a lot of time. So, and trust yourself. It's going to be great. I'm pretty sure about it.
It's all good.
Prepare yourselves. We are coming next week.
What? That sounded like a threat. Prepare yourself, we are coming next week.
You are the Dark Lord, you know how to say this on the dark way, but I was definitely meaning it on a bright way, so if it wouldn't be obvious, I'm sorry, but anyway, prepare yourselves. We are coming next week with the remix competition, looking forward to it, and yeah, make sure that you enjoy your remixing as well.
Much to prepare, much to do.
Looking
but
forward.
It's all gonna be fun, and see you next week.
Looking forward to all your releases.
Yes.
Have a good night. Bye.
Night.
Oh, and of course, I forgot to mention that the end request for today is for Viking84, and he said, I'd like to request Steel Ranger remix for him, you 231172 Hildebrand Mulder, that once had Crime GFX disc swapper forward sponsored Breakpoint a bit, and now is Darth Vader at Greyhound Software from Digital Guru. Really, I doubt you guessed that's my brother, such another human. Okay. I guess he must be different then. But yeah, Steel Ranger remix is a really nice one by Anthony Walters, and he did several versions of it, and I think this is one of the best ones. This is the Epic Hollywood Mix title theme. Yep.
Anthony is with us on YouTube as well, so hello, Anthony. Oh, sorry, we are up there. Hello and good night.
Yep. Have a good night once again, and see you next week with all the songs. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.